Japan's demographic crossroads record-high skilled foreign workers signal a pivotal, yet precarious, shift in national policy. The announcement that 390,296 foreign residents held the specified skilled worker SSW status by the end of 2025 represents a critical inflection point for Japan's economy and societal fabric.
This record number underscores the government's escalating reliance on foreign labour to counteract a severe demographic crisis characterised by a rapidly ageing population and a shrinking domestic workforce. While the Immigration Services Agency frames this as a successful policy expansion, the sheer scale of this figure reveals a deeper, systemic dependency that challenges long-held notions of cultural homogeneity.
The urgency is economic. Without this influx, key sectors like nursing, construction, and manufacturing would face existential labour shortages. However, this quantitative success masks underlying qualitative challenges in integration, social acceptance, and the program's long-term sustainability, positioning Japan at a complex crossroads between economic necessity and social cohesion.
The SSW framework, a calculated opening this targeted visa system, is a pragmatic, but limited, response to demographic pressures. Introduced in 2019, the Specified Skilled Worker Program was a deliberate policy break from Japan's historically restrictive immigration stance, creating two distinct residency statuses SSW No.
1 and No. 2 across 14 designated sectors facing acute labour shortages.
The program's architecture is intentionally transactional, designed to fill immediate gaps without initially promising a path to permanent settlement for most participants. This context is vital. The record number is not an accident but the result of calculated policy expansion, including the addition of new sectors and the creation of the SSW No.
2 status, which offers a potential route to long-term residency. The so what?
Is that Japan has entered a new era of managed labour importation, yet the framework remains a tightly controlled valve, not an open door, reflecting enduring political and public ambivalence toward multiculturalism.
Between economic engine and social experiment, the program's success is creating unforeseen dependencies and integration challenges. A deep dive into the 390,296 figure reveals a strategic dependency that is becoming structural.
The concentration of workers in sectors like food services, industrial machinery, and nursing care indicates that entire industries now operate on this imported labour pipeline. The mechanics of the system, however, create vulnerability. Many workers are tied to specific employers and agencies, limiting mobility and potentially fostering exploitative conditions.
Furthermore, the technical distinction between SSW No. 1 maximum 5 years no family sponsorship and the more flexible No.
2 status creates a two-tiered workforce, complicating long-term planning for both individuals and the state. The relationship between the government, receiving businesses, and the workers themselves is thus characterized by mutual need but asymmetric power, with local municipalities often left to manage the complex social integration such as language training and community support that the national policy framework neglects.
A fork in the road for Japan Inc. Sustaining growth will require transforming a stopgap measure into a coherent immigration strategy.
The strategic verdict is that Japan's skilled worker program is a necessary but insufficient solution. The projected consequence of maintaining the current trajectory is a permanent, growing underclass of temporary workers, which risks social tension and fails to fully address the root demographic decline.
The critical next step is a paradigm shift from viewing foreign labour as a purely economic resource to recognising it as the foundation of future societal resilience. This entails bold policy evolutions, streamlining pathways to permanent residency, aggressively combating worker exploitation, and investing in nationwide integration infrastructure.
The opportunity is to leverage this workforce to spur innovation and dynamism. The risk is that inaction will cement a system of managed inequality. Japan's next move must be to build a sustainable immigration model that aligns its economic imperatives with a forward-looking vision of social cohesion.